Of course, the deputy whip. All right, what's it going to be? Are you going to vote for it? And is this going to pass tonight?
I can tell you that all paths right now are trending yes. How about that?
And how are you going to vote?
I am one of those that is going to come along and support a conservative yes vote. And this is what we're seeing. The president is a great closer. We're working some last-minute things out of the bill. And here's what I think a lot of our members realize. You've got one shot through reconciliation to pull down a lot of this and start the process and really kind of open it up for Phase 2 and Phase 3. Phase 2 is what Secretary Price will do through the rules process, and Phase 3 legislation. And we know we severely limit our options in Phase 2 and 3 if we don't utilize this reconciliation. And we're making certain things are going to work through the Senate rules and ready to send something over so the senators can take their stab at it.
Congresswoman, you're on the whip team.
Yeah.
Deputy whip here. Okay, so 21 votes is the number that we're hearing in terms of people who could vote against this legislation and still have it pass the House of Representatives. What's the whip count?
I think you're going to see fewer people than that vote against it.
Really?
Let me tell you, I think that people realize this is our shot. There is no silver bullet on this, but I think they realize with reconciliation, this is our shot to bring this down. You don't get a do-over with reconciliation. You can do this and begin to take this down. You can then move forward with more options in Phase 2 and more options in Phase 3.
Congresswoman, in terms of the optics of this, but also, I guess, with the White House, if this vote fails, what would that mean to President Trump's agenda, but also the Republican agenda in a Republican-controlled Congress?
It would be a loss for the president and vice president. It would, I think, slow down the process of tax reform. It would make it more difficult that, we're going to be able to move forward with infrastructure and with broadband expansion and some of those items that we're looking to get done this year.
And what about the concerns, however, from moderates within the Republican Party that this potentially could be a piece of legislation that harms senior citizens as well as access to Medicare for lower-income Americans?
Well, I think that individuals need to realize, and I know that there are some groups that have sent out something saying this affects Medicare, and this is not a Medicare bill. What it does is to work with Medicaid, and it does put in place a new structure for Medicaid to go back to the states and block grants and for states to have more flexibility. So those things are there in Medicaid. And this is a bill that is going to enable states in Medicaid delivery to do a better job, to be able to offer the menu of services that people in their states want to see offered.
So in your prediction, will there be a vote tonight?
I think we'll get to a vote tonight.
And do you think that that is the best decision, should there be a vote if you don't have the votes?
I think if there are not the votes, then they'll continue working on it because we're going to get one shot at this.
Have you been satisfied with the administration's outreach efforts to members of the caucus?
Let me tell you, President Trump and Vice President Pence have done a really thorough job and consistent job in reaching out to the House conference on this legislation. Speaker Ryan has done a good job reaching out and staying in touch with members. I give him credit for that. And Whip Scalise, I mean, my gosh, what a great job he's done.